joined the church in 1999, and I can remember the first time I attended service and I saw the worship team. Wow, that was exciting. And I can remember thinking to myself, I wanted to be up there playing, having played music throughout my life. So after a few weeks of trying to get up the courage to audition, I finally did, only to be told that because of my inability to read music, there wasn't really a place for me on the team. I did a lot of soul searching for the next few days, just trying to see where God wanted me. Doors began to open to do worship for small groups, and eventually someone asked me to become the leader for a Growing Deep, Growing Strong worship team for a year. During that time, someone mentioned that the Lead Center team at Sand Island was looking for players for their worship team, and they encouraged me to try, and I did, and I made the team. That was so cool playing behind Pastor Rod, who was the worship leader. And I was learning so much, but within a month of being on team, Pastor Rod called me in for a meeting. When he sat me down, he started to explain that Scott, who was currently the band leader, had been asked by Pastor Wayne to transition to Pac Rim to teach. And he told me that Scott had recommended that I take over the team. All I could think as he was speaking was that I couldn't possibly do that. I kept thinking that everyone on this team are such great players, and I wasn't equipped to do it. So I told him, I don't think I can do that. These guys are such great players, and though I've led bands in the world, I don't have what it takes to do it in church. And that's when he wheeled his chair over to me and he said, I didn't ask if you could, I'm asking if you're willing.
And so when I approached him, and the thought was, I don't know if I can, and that's like all of our reaction at times. But I thought, it's not a matter of if we can or can't. Are you willing? Are you willing to put your heart there? Are you willing to give yourself to God? Are you willing to just obey the Lord if that is the will of God for your life? If it does fulfill a call.
Those words changed everything for me. That's when I really understood that that's all God was looking for, a willing heart. So I accepted, and though I didn't really understand what was going on, I guess I was really trusting God to provide. And then the next day I met Alwyn, who was the music director at Farrington, and we just hit it off as though we'd known each other for years. Alwyn used his wealth of knowledge and his huge heart, and he began to mentor me.
When I asked him about, would you like to come up and play with us at Farrington? And he went, oh, no, I'm not that good. I said, well, you won't know until you try.
And over the next few years, I continued to lead the band under Alwyn's mentorship, and later joined the Farrington team for a period of time, only to return later to the lead team as the frontline director at the request of Pastor Dom.
From where he started when I met him to where he is now, is such a incredible growth. It's spiritual, it's heart, it's understanding of what we're doing and why we do what we do.
One thing that sticks out to me that I've seen Jerry even grow in because of his willingness and then being exposed to actually growing. He's become that dream releaser in others. You see that. He says, no, you can do this. Or are you? He's calling people and releasing other people's dreams too. And I think that's one of the marks of many that Jerry has and possesses as a great growing leader even now.
About a year ago, Jerry asked me if I could be the vocal director for New Hope Sand Island, and I was kind of taken back because I didn't feel that I would be able to fulfill the role. And he shared with me that confidence that he had in me, that through prayer and the Lord's direction, that he felt that I really could do it, and the Lord is calling me to serve as a vocal team director.
He asked me if I'd be willing to become the Frontlines director. Not if I can, but if I'm willing. I remember him talking about his testimony with Pastor Rod and how he's come into leadership and the challenges that he's faced. And hearing that, how can I say no, right? But no, he's equipped everyone that he's had a chance to work with to respond in obedience, do it with prayer, and do it with the right heart.